Well, everybody, welcome to our channel, 4Kids and a Farm. My name is Aaron, and today's vlog is a little bit of a tragedy. It's a bit of a downer. We decided that when we started this YouTube channel and our Instagram account that we would share everything. We wanted to be open about everything. We wanted to be transparent about our successes, our failures, our mistakes even. And this is one of those videos that we might have made some mistakes and some things might have gone wrong that were out of our control. We're still not 100% sure, but we call that farm life, just the hard things that happen that you can't really do anything about, fate or whatever. It's just something that happens. The day started out really good. Had some great homegrown bacon and quail egg breakfast. Our garden is doing great. Our animals are all doing great. We've had some incredible successes with lambing season, and we still have a few ewes that we're watching. Yesterday I was out with the sheep. I was checking on one that I thought was having a little bit difficulties, but we're just basically waiting for her to have her baby. You can see, oh, it's hard to point. This one right here keeps going off by herself. She'll probably have a lamb by the end of the day, which will be great. We'll add one more to the pile. I went in to take a short nap, and I got a phone call. I had the phone at the side of my bed. Rachel had called me to come check on that ewe, and it was the ewe that we were looking at earlier that ended up having a lot of troubles.
We took a break and the kids went and they were swimming in the pond. I came out and I was just watching them swim because I don't like them to be out there alone. And then I look over in the field next to us, and that is where we have our other sheep, and they're grazing on some pasture. And we had one of our ewes out there, and she was giving birth. So I just was watching her for a while, and usually they'll get the bubble. The hoofs will present in the front with the nose, and that's a good sign. And so I just went in there. She's a new mom, and I went in there and she just kept pushing and laboring, and on every contraction she's just having a really hard time. And so I was like, oh great, like it doesn't really look good. We've been doing sheep for almost 4 years and we haven't had any problems. I called Aaron on the phone. I was like, you gotta get out here, bring me some gloves. Like I don't think we'll have time to call a vet. So I went in and I felt the baby's head down like this, and I felt a hoof up like this. And I couldn't feel the other hoof. I'm like, where the heck is that arm? Is it tangled back here? Like, what's going on?
There you go. That's a nose and a hoof.
His head is like down. I was trying not to be grossed out because I wanted to save, you gotta save mama at least. Like if that baby, I didn't know if it was dead. I didn't know if it was, you know. So anyway, pulled him out the best I could. With every contraction, because you don't want to pull when she's not contracting because you could hurt the baby. You could also hurt mom, and so you don't want to rip anything out of place.
There's another hoof in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Huh?
I can feel it.
I can't see it.
I know.
Don't just pull one hoof. You're gonna have to go around there and find his other hoof.
Sorry, mama.
That'll like just jack up his shoulder. her shoulder or whatever, so I don't know if you can. It's gonna be.
Oh, I got it.
You got it.
Okay, come on, let me push. I know, you're so close. Come on. I know, mamas. You're so close. Good job. Come on. Yes, I know. You're so close. Okay, come on.
Come on, push. She understands what we're saying. We're losing that other arm there. Come on.
Come on. Good girl, good girl, good girl. So close. Give me another one. Come on, come on. I don't know if he's alive. I know,
He's.
I don't know if he's alive. Oh,
Yes, we are.
there you go. Oh. There we go. Woo! Okay. There we go. Come on. Come on. Oh. Holy moly. Freaking out. Good, Mama. Come on.
Look at this arm right here.
I know. Oh, baby. Good mama. Good mama. There we go. Get the shape. Come on. Come on, okay. It's a little boy. Good job, Noel. Oh, yeah. Good job, Mama. You're good. There you go. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Come on. Is it a boy or a girl? It's a boy.
Boy.
It's a boy. Yes.
So guys, when this one was born, it was mispositioned. And so we don't know if that is because the baby is already deformed, it was deformed in the wound, or if because it wasn't coming out properly, coming out of the birth canal, it has like a right shoulder injury. It seems like that right side is not doing very good. It's not positioned correctly, so I don't know if it's a dislocation. This lamb really should be up by now, and And so we'll just have to watch this one really carefully and see what happens. But that right arm right there is not a terribly good sign. So we're just keeping, yeah, you get up.
See how his arm was above? That's how he was in the birth canal.
Yeah, his neck was like under his arm.
He just was all rocketed in there.
Oh, no.
Go eat it. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's got afterbirth on it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh.
We did review this footage multiple times. Usually a lamb will have its hooves and its face just like this, and it will come out first, and that's the perfect presentation for a goat or a lamb, or probably any ruminant. This is the exit for the baby, right? One hoof was out. It was ready to come out, and then what was happening was the head, which will be this, was going down, and the other hoof was going up. So there was no way that that baby was going to exit this hole. It was just kind of log jammed, and you know, we're not sure how long that mom was trying to give birth. I showed the video earlier where I was out there, and it looked like she might have it, and she was kind of going through the routine of squatting and pawing and being away from the flock. But she could have been at that labor for hours, and we wouldn't have known about it. So in the end, we don't feel like there was anything that we could have done for this baby and its demise.
Sarah asked me the question, you know, is losing an animal hard? And I would say yes. Losing animals on the farm is never easy. It's hard. Whether you are growing them out to nourish your body or whether you have them as pets. So we have some on the farm that are pets that we strictly don't harvest, and we have some that are strictly for harvesting that we feed our family with. So yeah, whether it's for those purposes or not, it is hard losing animals on the farm. So yeah, I get emotional about it because you put a lot of care into it. A lot of heart, a lot of grit, a lot of hardship, a lot of sacrifice. Oh, I didn't think I had to cry over this. Goodness gracious. A lot of care goes into raising these animals, and so yeah, I would say it's hard. Is there a bright side? I would say the bright side is in the learning. I think just coming back to evaluating what you can do and being humble, and you know, just seeing where you can be better and being teachable always, and recognize that, you know, sometimes you do things wonderful and sometimes, you know what, you mess up, and just having that grace, I think, is a big deal.
Any animal that you raise, a small portion of them are going to have either genetic difficulties, difficulty being born backwards, upside down, all that stuff. It's just part of nature. We look back and see if there was anything that we could have changed. Could we have given some more supplements? Should we have had them closer to the house, which they're pretty darn close. The house is just right there. You know, in the end, she is an incredibly new mom. This is her first baby, and we think that might have had something to do with it. And so all we can do is try again with her, learn our lessons. You know, we could have pulled the baby differently. Maybe that would have given it a better chance of survival. But if we didn't pull, then that mom might not have survived. So in the end, if we saved the ewe, but we lost the baby, then that's all that we can do.
Some people ask, like, why do you do it? Why do you do it when, you know, there's hard times and you lose a lamb in the hard times? And, you know, you just have to kind of accept, like, it's a life and death process. You win some and you lose some, and you just have to be okay with that. And give yourself some grace when the hard times come, and just try and be the best caregiver for your animals that you can be. Honestly, I feel like this year has been hard with animals. We've never had problems, and it's a year for growth and for learning and for reevaluation and just trying to do better the next time. You know, we could contemplate all day. Did we give, you know, did they not have enough minerals? Did they not have enough of this? Their new moms, like, you know, did a ram sneak in there? Like, I don't know. I mean, there's so many things we could contemplate. So you just got to press forward.
We have lots of successes on this farm, but every once in a while we have a failure and a good opportunity to learn a lesson. So thanks for being with us. And it's a bummer. Not all farm life is green pastures and fluffy babies. Sometimes you have some deaths on the farm.
There are so many lessons in the lifestyle that we choose to live, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. I would keep those experiences, you know, teaching my kids about the life and death process, teaching my kids compassion. And, you know, I was out there and they see this poor little baby lamb. And they go and they try and care for it, and, you know, they help us. And they show compassion in ways that I never would expect. So, yeah, it's hard, but it's totally worth it. All right, we're done. So we're gonna just learn from this experience and take away the good and the bad from it, and just learn. And, you know, we can just push forward and do the next right thing. So I'm thankful you guys are here. Thank you for listening to me cry and mumble. But I just wanted to share with you guys because I know you guys are out there and you guys are wonderful and you help support us, and that's all I can say. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of our journey through the ups and through the downs and through everything in between. We appreciate and love you and love the support that you give us. So there's my kids. And we gotta go feed the sheep.